A grasshopper can jump 30 times past its own height. So for them little things, that's about 3 feet in the air. It's a popular study done in which researchers take 2 grasshoppers, place them in their very own mason jars. And while in those jars, you'll see both grasshoppers attempt to jump to get out, only to keep hitting their bodies on top of the lid. After a few minutes into the study, the researchers removed the lid. Here's where it got interesting. Both grasshoppers attempt to jump to get out, but they wouldn't jump past the height of the jar, although we know they're more than capable of jumping 3 feet in the air. Perhaps this is the best way for me to describe what's happening to the minds of the kids in the city. It's like limitations control a mind. So these kids walk around like their souls is dipped in lidocaine. And you see them, no emotion, got you wondering what came first. Was it the numbness or was it the pain? And should we really hold these minors who should have known better 100% accountable, or should parents share some of the blame? I wonder if they know how permanent death is. Who even taught these kids how to aim? Then you got the Philly blogs that promote the death tolls like we living in some hood Hunger Games, and that's exactly why these young killers smile in their mugshot without any remorse or shame. The shit is insane. Statistics say an average of 9 people can be directly affected by one person's death. So that means if I times the ongoing death toll by 9, square that answer with the number of guns being added to the streets daily, times that with the number of people currently plotting retaliation. Oh, and you can't forget to add the number of suicides from those who saw no other way out. You get a city full of people now desensitized to crime. Y'all, we in a war zone. So trust me, I mean it when I say, sis, text me when you get home. Brother, you be careful. Honey, you be safe. I know it's going to be late by the time you get home, but text me, I'll stay up and wait, because the limitations of their mind got me tossing and turning. Now, I can't sleep at night. It's another shooting. Friend of a friend, we all up in disbelief. I can't sleep at night wondering if the men in my family is going to be smoked over some petty-ass beef. I can't sleep at night just trying to sort through all the Phillies back-to-back grief. Damn, guess death is the only time people give a fuck that I'm actually resting in peace, because the limitations that are mine, the street culture is backwards. In Philly, you Joe is shit if you the first one seen speaking. And you can't let no one know that they inspired you, cuz that's Dickian. And the funny thing is, the 2 like-minded strangers who will probably make so much money together is the first ones you'll see beefing, because that silent competition doesn't end till one side is leaking, or till the other side isn't breathing. And we all know the outcome is either jail or death, so now we got 2 families screaming. We got 2 families grieving, and someone's bound to not let it go, so you already know the cycle's repeating, but the limitations that are mine. In Philly, the triggers differ. You better understand, you use the wrong tone, understand they'll deliver triggers. So you better understand that if someone's ego is under attack, ain't no telling how long wanna go tit for tat, because personal satisfaction from seeing someone else's pain is what determines a lick back, even if it means sabotaging themselves. See, I don't get that, but it's the limitations that control a mind. I just fear that good people continue to get caught up in other people's bullshit because the limitations of their mind. I fear that a simple miscommunication may end my life because the limitations of their mind. I fear that although I did buy a gun for my protection, I'll have to end up using it because I see dangers headed in my direction, just to freeze up when he gets closer, because I notice it's a kid with his hand on a holster, and for a split moment I don't know whose future I'm protecting. Limitations of their mind. In Philly, these kids are out there goddamn mind, and it's a new culture that we the old heads must define, one where these young grasshoppers can look at the current circumstances in their life, know that it's temporary, know that it's just preparation for something greater, know that we the old heads is already working to break a cycle, already working to make some noise to shatter the glass jars that was unfairly placed around them, so when the opportunity comes for them, hopefully these next generation of kids will be prepared to jump 30 times higher than they ever thought they could. My name is Steph Ox, guys. Thank you, guys.